Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Welcome. Sorry. It's late in the Edwards household, in the dasa and dasi household.
It's Canto 3, Chapter 31, Text 43.
Straight in.
Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Alright, text 43. Due to his particular type of body, the materialistic living entity wanders from one planet to another, following fruitive activities. In this way, he involves himself in fruitive activities and enjoys the result incessantly. Purport. When the living entity is engaged in the material body, he is called Jiva Bhuta. And when he is free from the material body, he is called Brahma Bhuta. By changing his material body birth after birth, he travels not only in the different species of life, but also from one planet to another. Lord Chaitanya says that the living entities bound up by fruitive activities are wandering in this way throughout the whole universe, and if by some chance or by pious activities they get in touch with a bona fide spiritual master, by the grace of Krishna, then they can get the seed of devotional service. After getting this seed, if one sows it within his heart and pours water on it by hearing and chanting, the seed grows into a big plant, and there are fruits and flowers which the living entity can enjoy even in this material world. That is called the Brahma Bhuta stage. In this designated condition, a living entity is called materialistic, and upon being freed from all designations, when he is fully Krishna conscious, engaged in devotional service, he is called liberated. Unless one gets opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of the Lord, there is no possibility of one's liberation from the cycle of birth and death in the different species of life and through the different grades of planets. So while I was reading that, all I was thinking of how grateful we have to be to Srila Prabhupada, because he somehow or the other has come into our lives to whatever degree we are following, practicing, adhering to this process, but he has. And whatever, doesn't even matter if it's just a matter of touching the book or maybe hearing the chanting once or whatever, but it definitely, my understanding is, affects the course of what would have been your destiny. So when I'm hearing like traveling in different bodies and just one, in a cycle of birth and death, different species, different grades of planets, I'm thinking, gosh, I must have done all these things for whoever knows how long, and my faith, I'm not saying my qualification, but my faith is that this is all stopped in this life. If I can be so dramatic.
That was pretty dramatic. Very emotional. You're okay? You need a tissue or anything?
No.
But it's true. It's actually true. It's amazing. And I guess in one sense we hope, it all stops in this life. We have to have faith. We have to believe that it's true. We have to trust the spiritual master, follow the order and the instruction of the spiritual master, and see it manifesting. And I guess we are seeing it manifest, right?
For sure.
We stop so many different materialistic activities and just engaging in devotional service.
Yeah, it's true.
Very powerful. So Prabhupada said that when he is fully Krishna conscious, engaged in devotional service, he is called liberated. Now that means fully Krishna conscious, engaged in devotional service. Yeah, it means we have to be pretty full on engaged and doing it for Krishna. So yeah, Krishna consciousness, we bat the word around a lot, and it's kind of a simple thing. We just have to be conscious of Krishna, but to be honest, so rarely are we actually really genuinely conscious of Krishna. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole big topic.
For sure.
Should we read on?
Yes, please. That's why we're here.
Good point. Text 44. In this way, the living entity gets a suitable body with a material mind and senses, according to his fruitive activities. When the reaction of his particular activity comes to an end, and the end is called death, and when a particular type of reaction begins, that beginning is called birth. So there you go. Samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Purport. From time immemorial, the living entity travels in the different species of life and the different planets almost perpetually. This process is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Brahmanya sarva bhutani yantra rudani mayaya. Under the spell of Maya, everyone is wandering throughout the universe on the carriage of the body offered by the material energy. Materialistic life involves a series of actions and reactions. It is a long film spool of actions and reactions, and one lifespan is just a flash in such a reactionary show. When a child is born, it is to be understood that his particular type of body is the beginning of another set of activities, and when an old man dies, it is to be understood that one set of reactionary activities is finished. Very interesting explanation of the process of birth and death and karma. Because, this term Prabhupada is using, a reactionary show. It's all about our reactions to situations, how we deal with them. Karmically, if something comes to you, and if you react to that, something that comes, if there's a stimulus and you react to it, then that sets off a whole nother chain of reactions and actions. But if you respond to that stimulus and you are responsible and you do it in a proper way, and that means the difficult thing, which is accepting that whatever has happened to me is, meant to happen to me. This is just a token of a karmic reaction. So let me just accept that. Let it be finished, and then carry on. But if you go, no, and you get all freaked out and you go and fire off this and fire off that, and these days people fire guns, but we fire off emails, or we fire off social media posts, or we fire off things in response and reactions. And that causes another reaction. And as Prabhupada said, reactionary show. It's just a spool of actions and reactions and actions and reactions. And we throw the boomerang out, and the boomerang comes back, and we act again and again and again. So, like that, we have to be really, really conscious and alert and aware of what's happening, and what am I responding to this situation, or am I reacting to this situation? I think that's a good thought for the day. What do you think?
Yes, that's very good. We should have power to hit the pause button before we respond.
Yeah, that's right. Because most things go, hata, 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 hata. But when someone goes, hata, you go, okay, let me think about that for a moment. Interrupt it. Yeah, very nice. Lovely.
Okay, next paragraph. We can see that because of different reactionary activities, one man is born in a rich family and another is born in a poor family, although both of them are born in the same place at the same moment and in the same atmosphere. One who is carrying pious activity with him is given a chance to take his birth in a rich or pious family, and one who is carrying impious activity is given a chance to take birth in a lower, poor family. The change of body means a change to a different field of activities. Similarly, when the body of the boy changes into that of a youth, the boyish activities change into youthful activities. It reminds me of the example I've given here previously about that mother that was gave birth to a baby on the same day as Prince George, future King of England. And she was just saying, my baby was wrapped up in some blanket. And she went home to her council estate and she said Prince George was wrapped up in, in the newspaper they put the cost of everything. So it's an extremely expensive blanket. And, obviously a fancy pants car and to Kensington Palace. And it was, they gave birth on the same day and they left the same, they didn't give birth in the same hospital. She was some other type of hospital, but same day they birth, left the hospital the same day. She said, I went back here like this, and she, Prince George, my baby went this way, and Prince George went to the palace. So it's just like that. This paragraph is just saying someone's born due to their previous activities in a rich, pious, whatever aristocratic family, and someone due to their goes to poor, like that. Yeah. Same time, same whatever date, whatever, but opposite directions of life, as it were. Different opportunities in life.
Yeah. And what's the cause? It's actions and reactions.
Yeah.
So
Poking the bear instead of letting it sleep. The bear being material energy.
Okay. Pokey the bear. I heard of Smokey the bear.
Poking the bear.
I know, poking, I know. It is clear that a particular body is given to the living entity for a particular type of activity. This process is going on perpetually from a time which is impossible to trace out. Vaishnava poets therefore say, Anadi Karmapale, which means that these actions and reactions of one's activity cannot be traced, for they may even continue from the last millennium of Brahma's birth to the next millennium. There you go. We have seen the example in the life of Narada Muni. In one millennium, he was the son of a maidservant, and in the next millennium, he became a great sage. There you go. So, nice example. Bringing Narada Muni into the mix, and also showing how karma isn't bound by time. Which is an interesting point, actually. Karma isn't bound by time. It's kind of, it's an ongoing principle. It means if you've accrued some karma, you can show up in this millennium or that millennium, but you still get your karma, And in fact, you may have to, of course, there are many, many different universes, so it's not that you'll just keep being born in this universe. You may be born in another universe where Kali Yuga is already kind of more advanced or progressed, or it's in a certain time, and like that. But karma is called the infallible justice, and that means that it's infallible. You can't fault it. you're going to get what you deserve, whether you like it or not, whether you think you deserve it or not. And that's good, bad, and the ugly, and the pretty, and, whatever. It's all there. You're going to get it. So, yeah, and it's not bound by time. So you can't outrun your karma. You can't think, just see, haha, I'm 78 or 90 years old, and I didn't ever get a reaction for that thing. It's all right. It's waiting.
Yeah.
You might not get it in this life, but it's there in reserve. There's something called prarabdha karma, and aprarabdha karma. Aprarabdha means not manifested, dormant, waiting, seeds, right? And prarabdha karma means manifested karma. So we may have fields and fields and fields of aprarabdha karma just waiting to manifest in the next life. So the beautiful thing is that devotional service eradicates all of that aprarabdha karma as well as the prarabdha karma. It literally, Nectar of Devotion explains it burns it like a forest fire, burns it to the ground and even destroys the roots like that. So it's very powerful. Hare Krishna.
I was just thinking, can't escape your karma. Like someone was, I think they were in their 80s, committed some crime. It wasn't just any old crime, like say theft, petty theft. I think it might have been murder actually. Anyway.
That's a little bit more than petty theft, but yeah, we'll carry on.
No, so I'm saying, it was that sort of a crime, but it was in their 20s and then they got to their 80s because they got away with it and they did, got a new life, new wife, kids, everything. But some detective wouldn't let it go, so they did some further tests, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he was found guilty and his man was being wheeled into the court by his current wife, and he's accused of killing his first wife so many 50 odd years ago. Don't even know about her, the current wife, and you could see it, and the lawyers and that was saying, it was almost a perfect crime. He almost got away with it, and I was thinking, imagine how it feels like if you're gonna have to get your just desserts, like we say, your karma, it's gonna get you, like you said. If he had got away with it, that would only be in this life, because, this might be too controversial, but sometimes babies are born and it's really hard because they're born with such
that one.
Well, no, sometimes they're born with some health issues, I'm saying, and you think, gosh, the baby, why is this baby born like this or got this and that, but we don't know what's being carried over with the jiva.
So this will be the episode that goes viral all over the world, just so we get put in prison. No, what was that guy? Terry? Was it Terry Huddle?
That Gary Lineker, wasn't it?
No, it was.
You mean the footballer?
Yeah, but he wasn't just a footballer. He was the head coach of England football team.
Yeah.
It wasn't Gary Lineker. I think it was Huddle or something like that.
If you know, put it in the comments.
Anyway, he made a statement similar to that. Now, of course, you're not as famous as him. You're not
Not yet.
But, yeah. But, yeah.
I didn't mean it in a kind of...
Well, I don't think he necessarily...
No, he didn't. He was actually a Christian man, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. Maybe. I know he was connected with Mystic Meg somehow.
Oh.
Back in the day, right? I don't know if she's still going. See, we were so on it.
No, I was on it.
And we go off
I was on it, but can you just let me know why he keeps commenting on when I'm trying to speak, and then he goes off on some crazy tangent, and then Hare Krishna, his time's up now. So there you go. Yeah.
So what was your point there?
I think all the viewers understood my point.
Okay. If you understood the point, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Okay.
Alright.
We're finished, yeah?
Yeah, we are. We're finished for good.
Not finished for good. That's a terrible thing to say.
Well, we're finished for good for today's reading.
Well,
How's that? That's a save.
okay.
Good as Garrel in your car, anyone. Alright. On that note, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely evening, a lovely day ahead of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Grantar Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.
Jai.
Remember, like,
Comment.
subscribe.
Share.
What did you say?
Share.
Share. Yeah. Okay.
Ah.
Bye, Bo.